Hey folks, CA Rachna Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important video wherein we are going to focus on top 5 things that you must know about India USA bilateral trade agreement. Many people still feel that everything has been signed off. That's not the case. Right now, we are enjoying the marriage season, so I thought I can just compare this entire trade agreement with the marriage season which is going on. Typically, what happens in an arranged marriage is that ideally, first parents will meet and they will decide that whether we should go ahead or not as a basic discussion, right? So I can compare that with the initial discussion between our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Donald Trump, which happened back in 2025 on 13th February, where they officially launched the discussions between USA and India BTA, bilateral trade agreement. Okay, almost a year later, that is 6th February 2026, I can compare that with something like an engagement, because still not finalized, because it's just like an official statement has been given on behalf of India and on behalf of USA, where we have talked about India USA trade agreement kind draft. We have talked about an arrangement that ideally should be finalized when somewhere around mid March. And mid March, when this gets signed off, that will be like a final BTA, which I can compare with a final marriage. Okay, so I hope you have understood the 3 stages. One is just an initial meeting, second one where we are right now, where we are going to discuss what has happened, and ultimately final signing off should happen somewhere between mid March. Okay, so I hope basics are clear. Let's dig down deep into the 5 key things that you must know about this deal. If you're looking for a hero zero strategy which comes with high returns and high risk, then this webinar is not for you. But if you are someone who prefers higher probability and peace of mind while trading in options, then listen carefully. In option selling, success is not about prediction, it's about discipline, structure, and probability. In this webinar, I'll break down a simple option selling strategy back tested on 5 years of real market data. This is a strategy designed to deliver a higher probability of winning and a comparatively lower risk. This webinar is for traders who are okay with earning a little less but want more control, fewer shocks, and real peace of mind. If this sounds like you, then this webinar is worth your time. Visit www.rachanaranade.com. Let's come to the first point, which is about tariffs. Tariffs are basically like taxes. So whenever we are exporting goods to USA, how much tariffs, like taxes, are they going to impose on our goods? And when goods come from USA to India, how much are we going to tax them, or how much tariffs are we going to impose on them? Instead of referring to news articles, I thought I'll show you actually the official website of the White House, which I've not shown very frequently on on our YouTube channel. So that's why here we go. This is the website, whitehouse.gov. Okay, in that you can see this is a briefing and statement, United States India joint statement, which was released on 6th of February 2026. Now what does this say? They are saying that yes, we are pleased to announce that we have reached a framework for an interim agreement. What are they saying? We have just reached a framework for an interim agreement, not yet signed. Okay, that is why I just wanted to show this to you. And now let's go on to the key terms of the interim agreement. What does it say? First one, India will eliminate or reduce tariffs, either zero tariffs or reduce tariffs. On what? On all industrial goods. They have not said on few industrial goods. On all industrial goods, it's going to be either a zero tariff or eliminate or a reduced tariff. And also on what? And a wide range of US food and agricultural products. Okay, so either zero tariffs or reduced tariffs on what? On all industrial goods and wide range of US food and agriculture products, like what is what they have mentioned: dried distillers grains, DDGs, or red sorghum for animal feed, whatever is required for animal feed, be it tree nuts, fresh processed fruit, soybean oil, wine and spirits, and additional products. Okay, so this is what we are going to do for products which are coming from USA to India. Now, what is USA going to do? USA will apply a reciprocal tariff of 18%. So, are they giving 0% tariff? No, they are mentioning about 18% reciprocal tariff. Now, there's one more very important point, which says that subject to the successful conclusion of the interim agreement, they'll remove reciprocal tariff on wide range of goods. Which could be these wide range of goods? They are saying including something like generic pharma, gems and diamonds, and aircraft parts. So they are saying that once our overall interim this interim agreement is signed off, successful conclusion of interim agreement, then they are saying that we'll remove reciprocal tariff on wide range of goods, something like generic pharma, gems and diamonds and aircrafts. Okay, so I hope this tariff part is extremely clear. In the next part, we'll talk about the second important point that you should know. The second point is about a significant commitment, and which is of $500 billion. So basically, what is given in this statement, let's check that. It mentions that India intends to purchase $500 billion of US energy products, aircrafts, aircraft parts, precious metals, technology products, and coking coal over the next 5 years. So basically, we are telling them that we are giving you a guarantee of how much we will import from USA. We'll import products worth $500 billion over the next 5 years. So, on an average, I can say $100 billion per year. Question is, how much are we importing from USA right now? Now, for that, let me take you to Trading Economics website. This is India imports from USA. We have 2024 data with us right now. You can see here 2024. And total imports from USA is $39 billion. Even if I were to round off, $40 billion. And we are giving them a commitment of what? $100 billion. Okay. Now, still the highest, if you can see, is mineral fuels, oils, distillation products, which is $12 billion. Now, question is, if I were to take this $39 billion to $100 billion, can I increase a lot of fuel import from USA? And for that, first we need to check. Everyone currently knows that our one of the biggest trading partners for fuel is Russia. How much are we importing from them? Now, if you see here, again, this is about Indian imports from Russia. 2024 is the year. And total imports from Russia is $67 billion, out of which mineral fuels, oils, distillation products is almost $60 billion. So, out of the $67 billion trade, $60 billion is what? Fuels, oils. Okay. So, even if we don't completely stop buying from Russia, even if we half this, $30 billion can directly get added to the trade from USA. But are we specifically focusing more on only oils? Answer is no. We are talking even about technology related products, and here it is very clearly mentioned India and USA will significantly increase trade in technology products, including GPUs and other goods used in data centers, and expand joint technology cooperation. So basically, USA and India together are wanting to ensure that, okay, for USA, beneficial is that they'll sell more GPUs to India, but they'll also help us in the technology aspect so that India also becomes very well equipped in the AI space. Let's move on with the third key point that you must know, extremely important point, which is about security tariffs. And one point here is going to be like, oh my god, moment for you all. Okay, so let's check what is given here. So first I'll explain what is this. Anyways, USA was imposing us with tariffs, no second thoughts. What they were additionally imposing was something called as security tariffs. This is just a simple explanation. What is it? Let's say we are selling some aircraft parts to USA, and if USA feels that, or but what if something is wrong with the aircraft parts, we want to protect ourselves because it's a question of national security, and that was the reason why they were imposing more tariffs on such aircraft parts. I'll give you one or two more examples. Let's say I'm talking about parts made of steel, parts made of copper. Again, if they feel that this could threaten our national security, they were imposing tariffs. Now they are saying that because we are talking about a bilateral trade agreement, they are looking at India more from a trusted partner rather than questioning us. Okay, and that is the reason why they have mentioned in the joint statement that USA will also remove tariffs on certain aircraft and aircraft parts of India imposed to eliminate threats to national security found in proclamation number and whatever. Let's not go into that. It can be something like a circular number or order number or whatever. Okay, so basically they are saying that we will remove tariffs on aircraft and aircraft parts of India. Also, they are saying anything which is any parts, the products that I talked about, which is about import of steels into USA, import of copper into USA, all these things they are saying, if we feel because we are trusting India as a trade partner right now, they are saying that we will remove tariffs on such products as well. Also, one more point that they have mentioned is that consistent with US national security requirements, India will receive a preferential tariff rate quota for automotive parts. So again, here they will reduce tariffs not on all automotive parts but subject to a tariff rate quota. Means what? Quota is basically for first 100 parts or first 1000 parts, first 1 lakh parts, for first 1 crore parts, whatever number could be as per whatever is decided, but that is what we mean by a quota. Okay, now important point is something which will blow off your mind, which comes into this last part. Now what does this say? Contingent on the findings of the US section 232 investigation of pharmaceutical and pharmaceutical ingredients, India will receive negotiated outcomes with respect to generic pharmaceuticals and ingredients. Now what are they saying? Based on this section, we will first check that whether your pharmaceutical products, medicines maybe, or pharmaceutical ingredients are safe for our country or not. Maybe just as a simplified example, you can imagine if whatever medicines we are sending, if these medicines can also cause a national threat, national security threat, they want to ensure that something of this sort does not happen. Okay, I'm sure they have tons and tons of testing methods for that, but they are saying first we will test, and contingent on the findings, based on the findings of section 232 investigation, section 232, investigation of pharmaceutical and pharmaceutical ingredients will be done, and based on the outcome they will decide whether they are going to reduce tariffs on this or not. Okay, so I hope this point is also clear. So still this is a hanging sword is what I believe. Let's see what comes up in the final agreement. Now let's move on with a very important point, which is non-tariff barriers. See, explaining tariff barriers is very easy. You charge me 18%. Now I'm going to charge you. Now you'll charge me 0%. Tariff barrier gone. But what is a non-tariff barrier? Let's take an example of a US medical device which is being imported by India. Okay, that medical device has entered our custom port, and now we are saying, but this does not meet our checking protocols. So you have tested your medical device in USA, but whatever our reports were required, because we also want to ensure that your medical device gives correct results, so whatever was as per our standards, that is not being met, and that is the reason why we are rejecting it. Or maybe something like some documents are missing. Okay, in simple words, what happens is that if the rules, regulations, the procedures are extremely lengthy, red tapeism, okay, in that case the process gets delayed, that medical device may get outdated in a year, that is still at the warehouse. Okay, that should not happen. There should be smooth clearances, and that is the reason why, if we agree to some things, that okay, if your machine is tested in a specific way, we'll give a clearance. Simple. Okay, if that is done, will the non-tariff trade barriers go away? Yes. Okay, let's understand what is given. USA and India will address non-tariff barriers that affect bilateral trade. And we have mentioned that we agree to address long-standing barriers to the trade in US medical devices, the example that I gave right now. Also on US information and communication technology goods, ICT goods. Okay, and what have we said? That within 6 months, this is massive, this is very fast, within 6 months of entry of force of the agreement, whether US developed or international standards, including testing requirements, are acceptable for the purpose of US exports entering Indian markets in identified sectors. In simple words, what are we going to do? Within 6 months, we will check, India will check whether certain testing requirements are acceptable for us or not. Now, these testing requirements could be based on US developed standards or international standards. Okay, so we will say, okay, US standards are okay, or international developed standards are okay. And if we agree to them, we will say that they can, US exports can enter Indian markets very smoothly. Okay, is there any timeline for us that we have to finalize? Yes, the timeline is within 6 months. Okay, so I hope you have understood that non-tariff barriers are also extremely important. And ultimately, last point is about the roadmap to BTA, which was the fifth point. I think we have already discussed about this in the beginning of the video, that we gave an example of first parents meeting, second is about engagement, and ultimate roadmap to the BTA, the final stage will be ideally somewhere in mid-March, and we are really hoping that all these things happen smoothly and it does benefit India and US as well. Okay, so I hope you have found a lot of value in today's video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have still not done that, and share this video with a lot of your friends so that even they get to understand more about this. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachanaranade.com and rachanaranade.in.